So I got the gas line and the vent pipe installed, as you can see up there, and I'm waiting for the gas company to drop off the tank so that I can hook it up and start it up. When I did the gas line, I started off by painting all the black pipe. That way it looks aesthetically pleasing from the outside, and then assembled all the pieces. I actually realized that I probably should have assembled them first before painting them, that way you don't scratch them with the wrenches. I then cut 2 pieces of unistrut about 6 inches long and painted them as well. That way I have something to mount it to on the outside. I actually have clamps that go around the pipe, tighten down, and secures it to the unistrut. While the paint was drying, I actually drilled the hole from the inside. I used a bit slightly larger than the pipe itself. That way you have a little bit of wiggle room when it goes through. You can caulk it after you get it in. I actually didn't have a drill bit long enough to go all the way through the wall, so I actually had to take a bunch of extensions and tape them together so that I could reach all the way through and make a pilot hole to know where I could drill from the outside through the siding and the sheeting. Once I had the pilot hole, I went outside, grabbed the ladder, and I was able to drill a hole through the siding and the sheeting to line up with the inside hole. And when you drill through the siding, make sure that you run the bit in reverse, otherwise you don't catch the siding and chip it and rip it up. Once you get through the siding, you can actually turn it forward and then go through the sheeting the normal way. Once the hole is drilled, then you can take the pipe and just insert it through the hole. Once you have your pipe inserted through the hole, you can grab your unistrut, mark out the top and the bottom where you want it to sit, and mount it. I just used 2 normal screws in each one of them with washers, and easy peasy. I then used the clamps on the top and the bottom to secure the pipe to the unistrut. Once you had the pipe actually secured and clipped onto the unistrut, then you can move inside and you can connect the connections going from the gas line that you poke through the hole to your heater itself. I started with a shutoff immediately after I come through the building. On the other end of that shutoff, there is a silver connection that the gas line will screw onto. The gas line will not actually screw onto a black gas pipe. Then you could just simply, after you have that connection on, tighten up your flex line real tight and then run it over to your drip leg on your heater, which also will have one of those silver connections. Once you have all of your connections really tight on your gas line, then you can move on to your vent. I actually started at the heater, which I learned was a bad decision because immediately I wanted to take a flexible 90 off of the heater, but the drip leg was in the way, so I had to get a short extension piece. I think it was about 12 inches or so, and then take your adjustable 90 off of that. And of course, it landed right on a stud to where I wanted it. I got pretty frustrated trying to get that to line up, so I took a little bit of a break, and a couple hours later it dawned on me, why don't I drill the hole in the wall itself, poke through the pipe that I have sticking on the outside with the rain cap and everything, and actually run from there to the heater. That worked out way better. I actually had to get a second adjustable 90 and connect into that extension piece. So coming off the heater, I have an extension, I have a flexible 90, and then that actually connects to the pipe that runs through the wall outside. So to drill the hole, I actually used a jigsaw. I just put the pipe up there, traced around it, drilled one hole so that I could get the jigsaw bit through, and then I used the jigsaw to cut the round hole. The wall thimble is a little bit bigger than the inside hole, so it's going to cover any miscuts that you do have. I then marked just above center, because you do want this pipe to go up just a little bit. So I marked just above center of the hole and then drilled a small hole through so that I knew where the center of the hole on the outside of the building was going to be. Same thing as a gas pipe, I just raised it a little bit so you would have a little bit of a tip up. Once you get that hole drilled, you can go to the outside and do the same thing. Drill just a small hole on the edge of your mark, and then I actually used the jigsaw to cut through the siding and the sheeting at the same time. Worked out pretty good. I drilled 3 holes in the thimble once I had it inserted. That way I could secure it to the wall. And then I did the same thing to the inside and then put your thimbles together. 3 screws on each side of the wall. Bob's your uncle. Once I had the whole vent pipe installed, I did wrap all the adjustable 90s in tinfoil duct tape just to seal it up. I don't really trust those flexible 90s much. People say they're perfect. I don't trust them. It's a little bit of extra insurance for me. And that brings me to where I'm sitting at right now with the gas line installed, ready for the gas company to come, and the vent pipe installed, ready to start it up. If this video helped you out at all and you enjoy any of this content, please like and subscribe. And I will be doing a startup video for this heater, as well as probably a 2 or a 6 month review. Somewhere in there, depending on the interest of this video and the previous ones. And check out this video where I did the natural gas to propane conversion if you just bought this heater. Looking at the damn camera the whole time on that.